Hey everyone, I'm Sneha Mashetti and welcome to my channel, The Girl with an Opinion. In this space, I talk about a bunch of things like books, movies, travel, productivity and finance tips, and a lot more. If any of these topics interest you, consider subscribing to my channel and don't forget to hit that bell icon. So, today there's going to be a little bit of role reversal. I'm going to be behind the camera, and my husband Hari is going to be in front of the camera. He's going to talk about his trip to Malaysia with my in laws. So, let's do the role reversal now.
Hey everyone, this is Hari here. It feels a bit different to be on this side of the camera, but here we are. So, today I'm going to talk about a recent Malaysia trip that I did with my parents. And in this video, I'm going to share a few experiences that we had and also a few tips and tricks if you are planning a trip with your parents. So, let's get started. So our trip started in Hyderabad and we took a direct flight from Hyderabad to Kuala Lumpur. We took an AirAsia flight, and one tip I would suggest is do not take an AirAsia flight if you're traveling with your elderly parents because it is not the most comfortable flights. The seats are a bit cramped. Uh, Upon reaching Kuala Lumpur, we had to walk a lot from the terminal to the taxi stand. But the distance is around 1.5 kilometers. So another tip over here is if your parents need assistance in walking or in mobility, I would really suggest that you book a wheelchair beforehand. Upon reaching the taxi stand, we had a driver and a cab waiting for us and who was ready to take us to our next destination, which was the Genting Highlands. On the way to Genting Highlands, we stopped at Batu Caves, stressed a little bit, saw the caves, had a nice Indian breakfast, exchanged currency, and reached Genting Islands. It's around 1.5 hours journey from the airport to Genting Islands. Genting Island is a mixture of hotels, casinos, amusement parks, and a lot of shopping malls. It's a very famous weekend getaway, and a lot of people from Singapore come over the weekend to try their luck in casinos. We checked into a room. We were staying in the First World Hotel, which is one of the biggest hotels in the world. It has around 3,000 plus rooms. Me and my dad ventured out to explore the place and to understand what all things we can do in the evening and the following day. In the evening, we took the famous cable car ride. The cable car has multiple stops in between where you can get down and explore temples and the other shopping malls which are there. We got down at the shopping mall stop, which had a lot of premium brand stores, and we did a little bit shopping there. I bought a few things for my wife who could not make it to this trip, otherwise, she would have been here. But she couldn't make it to the trip because she was taking care of our cat back home in Hyderabad. We enjoyed the cable car ride so much that we almost took the ride 8 times during our stay. After the ride, we had dinner and we called it off a night. One tip over here is it is very difficult to find vegetarian restaurants in Genting Island. So we basically survived on bread butter jam that we bought from 7-Eleven. I would recommend that if it is possible for you to take some Indian snacks, please do so. The next day, we started with a nice breakfast which in the hotel. The breakfast buffet had a nice spread of both Asian as well as continental cuisines. The recce that me and my dad did the previous day really helped, and we planned it out in such a way that in the morning we went to the outdoor adventure theme park where me and my dad did all the thrilling rides that were possible, and in the evening we went to the indoor theme park where both my parents, mom, dad, and myself were able to do a few rides because they were not that intense and they were more relaxing. After the indoor theme park, we went to the casinos, explored the casinos a little bit, found an Indian restaurant, had both lunch and dinner over there, and called it off a day. Day 3 started with breakfast, and we were traveling from Genting Island to Kuala Lumpur. We kept this day light because it was my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, and that was the whole reason why we had planned this trip in the first place. We checked into Bridget Times Square Hotel in Kuala Lumpur, and the location of the hotel gave us access to explore the entire city. Basically, it's bang in the center of the city. We did the monorail ride in the evening, found Sarvana Bhavan in Kuala Lumpur, had idli dosa for dinner, and called it off a day. It was a nice, memorable, light, and a relaxed day, and I wanted to give my parents some time on their own. The next day, we did a private city tour where we saw a lot of tourist attractions within the city, like the King's Palace, War Memorial, City Museum, KL Tower, and the famous Petronas Towers. Here are a few glimpses of our city tour now. Day 5 was the last day of our trip, and after we checked out of the hotel, we had some time to kill before our flight. So we took a hop on and hop off, and we did the entire KL city tour again. It took us around 3.5 hours to finish the tour, and after that we went to the airport and took the flight back to Hyderabad. I hope you like the role reversal in this video. If you do, please like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.